students, today I am going to teach you again the cause of the French Revolution. In the previous class, I taught you the cause of the French Revolution, the society as well as economic cause. Now today I want to make you know about the very important teaching that is related to the psychology of the people and how it comes. That is related to the philosopher of the France. They also were the very important in which made the revolution successful in the France. So philosopher of the France. It is also true that the ideas to govern the country always comes from the writers, and in 18th century in the France, the very famous writers were there, Voltaire, Montesquieu, Rousseau, and they paved the way to revolt against the king and the monarchies, you can say. So the French Revolution was very much successful, in which the philosophers were very important for them and they keep a very important role. Now I want to make you know about the John Locke and the Rousseau. They wanted the society that should be based on the freedom, equal law and opportunity for all. Rousseau, in the 18th century, he wrote a famous book that he was having it, that was a social contract. He advocated the sovereignty of the people and abolished the inequality from the society. He proclaimed the common good, that means the people will should be there and that should be based on the truth, and the government should be made by the public will only. And next, that I want to make you John Locke, the famous writing that he was having it, that was the two treatises of government, in which he criticized the doctrine of divine and the absolute right of the monarchy. Montesquieu, that you know, the famous writer, he in his famous writing, The Spirit of Law, he proposed a division of power in the legislative, executive and the judiciary. In his famous book, he traced the development of the law and the constitution. Now, many other writers were there, also there. Voltaire, he also wrote many books, and he also wrote the essays, short books, and he was also consulting the people in the society in the coffee house, and he also discussed the related to the corruption. He also discussed related to the corruption in the judiciary system, and these are some of the things that are that keeps a lot of importance in the society. Next is some of most scholars also were there, those who also promoted and those who also made the people to come out, in which the Diderot and the D'Alembert were the famous writer, those who were against the slavery system. In France, slavery was a big business, and they were using it, the slave, they were purchasing it, and they were using it for the hands. Mirabeau, he was also a very successful writer of the 18th century in the France. He wanted to give the maximum liberty to the commerce people, trade, agriculture and the business sector, and he wanted to reduce the different types of the tax that was imposed on them. So in such a way, you can see the philosophers were the very important, and they gives a lot of importance. They paved the way in the French Revolution. Now I am going to discuss the immediate cause of the France. You know, in the France, the final decisions only comes from the king, and in the king, Louis XVI was a ruler, and he took the decision after 176 years to conduct a meeting of the State General. And in the State General, he participated it, and all the representatives also took the part to impose the tax on the common people. And that tax was only that is going to be imposed on the common, so the common people were not interested, and they don't want to support the king, and the representative of the common also walk out from the assembly, and they assemble in the other part, and that I will discuss in the next chapter what happened. But second point, that is the people were protesting against to the high price of the food grains. Number third, that is the population was increased day to day. The population that was 23 million, and it increased in 1789 to 28 millions. So which led the scarcity of the food grains. In 1789, winter was also very much severe, which also destroyed the large amount of the food grains, which caused a substance crisis. People were not getting the food grains, people were not able to eat, and the price of the food was also very much high. So the common people were not able to purchase the food grains, which caused the substance crisis in the France. Here you can see how the substance crisis is happening. The bad harvest, I told you, the severe condition of the winter which destroyed the food grains. So the bad harvest was there, and bad harvest created a scarcity of the food grains. And if the scarcity will be there of the food grains, what will happen? The food price will rise, and if the food price will rise, so the poor people can't purchase, and poorest can no longer to buy the bread. And if they are not able to buy the bread, they are not able to purchase it. So what will happen? So there will be hunger, their body will be weaker, and it might be possibility there will be a food right. And if both of them will happen, what will happen? If weaker body is there, they will cause a disease, epidemic disease, with the different types of the vitamins that they are not getting it. And if the food right is there, so though the death is there. If the disease is there, then after also death is there. So you can see what the situation was there in the France. Lot of death was happening due to the bad harvest, and due to the large sum of the amount of the different types of the tax that was imposed by the king. So the common people were depressed in the France, which caused the French Revolution. So I hope that you have understood. Thank you, children.